Hey guys, so next area that I'm going to focus on is in my backyard lakeside. So this whole area is pasture. This is all pasture that I planted, and it's things that the chickens will love to eat. So my hens like to be out here. So right up here you can see there are a couple of large oaks. That's an area that's a threat. And then of course I have my oak tree right here, and that's also an area that's a threat. Now to get to my oak tree, they're going to be obvious. My chickens will see them and they will alert on them. So once they alert on them, it's kind of pointless. There's no way. I have never had a hawk attack from that oak tree. Where they do like to attack from is sitting in the oak tree in my neighbor's yard. There's a nice big oak tree next door, and they'll sit on the branches there, and my chickens look and constantly take note of them, and they will alert on them, and everyone will run to an area that's safe. The trick is when I have a hen eating out here on this clover, I want them to be able to run to the banana patch. I usually leave chairs out. They can run underneath the chair, or more than likely they're just standing close enough to this. And this pile of bushes they actually love to eat on, it's plumbago, but they love hanging out under it also. I regularly see them in there digging. There's a lot of stuff that they will eat. There's dollarweed, there's blue plumbago, and there's pumpkin all around here. So this is all stuff they love to eat. So I need to get in there and make some little super highways. It's pointless to have a safe area for hens if they cannot run and get under it. And most important, I don't want my baby girls to have their eyes poked out running underneath a plant, because I have two hens that have ulcerated eyes. I don't know how that happened. My vet said that it was from an ulcer, but she said she was unable to tell how. So that definitely makes me nervous. So what I do is I get down like I'm a chicken, get down on the ground, and I'm going to be trimming all of this up a foot high off the ground to where a chicken can easily run under it, and they can also see if there's a predator under it, because I mean, obviously, if there's a snake in there or a possum, do I really want my girls running underneath this? Time to get to work. Before I actually trim this tree up, I'm going to walk around and show you the entire bottom side a little closer. This is the underside of this area. This whole area needs to have an overstory, but it needs to have a readily accessible understory. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trimming up so that they can easily run in. The other thing is sometimes if there's a hen that's being a bit of a brat, the other hens might be afraid to run in there. So they need egress and ingress all the time. They need multiple ways. So like a baby hen doesn't want to run in if a big adult pack leader who maybe is a little bratty is standing there taking up the space. But she'll run in with no problem and even hang out in there if there's multiple ways in and out. So in the winter, I can trim it this one time and I won't need to trim it again. You can tell they've been hanging out in there. All right, so now I will actually get under there and start trimming it up. It's about to become winter, so it wouldn't hurt to have a little bit of light getting in here. And so I can thin it out a little bit. As long as a bird cannot crash through and land on my chicken, it's perfect. for plumbago, you need to actually maintain some of these hard old branches because they support the weight of this really light stuff that's right on top. That's not really woody yet. It's kind of soft green plants. Hi, Mama, I hear you. Am I making some changes? I know you guys don't like it when I make changes. Little Mama, what are you guys doing? What, Mama? Are you happy? You getting in this place to play? As you can see, this area is really a safe area for hens now. And I'm about to get inside of it and clear out all the inside of that. You see how they're hanging out under here? But look at how that branch is eye level. I haven't even done that area yet. Now that I have a couple of chickens in there, you can really see the size of how much more space that is. And that's all safe for them. So I'm gonna start on this side next. Mamas, can I get in here again? How much room they have. And they love this. And now there's a way in to the interior right here, but then also over on that side, crawl over to it. They can walk in right here to get to the center part, which will all be cleaned up in a minute. Now this is a perfect little overstory. So I am going to cut this little top just so they don't poke their eye out on it. And now let me get in. If you don't go about it from down here, it's not gonna work. You have to leave, they like tight little safe quarters. They don't wanna be in a wide open space. So if you want them to hang out here because it's safe, then you need to make sure to get down low and take stuff out at their level. Okay, time for me to get in this little tight area. I know, Mama. Thank you. Thank you, Zella Blue. Zella Blue's helping me. Oh, I'm sorry, Mama. That little Mama just got bumped. I know, Mama. You're coming and looking and helping. Thank you. So a lot of these branches that are dead, I can just pick off easily. Look at Zella Blue. She is always the one who wants to help, aren't you, Mama? Zella Blue is my sweet baby girl. She's just feathering out. I love this little Mama. She is a mess. You are just a mess, Zella. All right, time to crawl in. As I'm getting deeper into this, I see that I'm gonna have to pull some of my longevity spinach back. My longevity spinach is really weighing this area down. You know, it's just super tight, and that longevity spinach is a weed for me. It's making it to where they really can't get into this area as easily. I mean, if they're having to squat down, they're not gonna do as well. They're not gonna wanna hang out in here as much. So little things like this, just pulling these branches off, I'm breaking them But I also need to trim these back with a smaller pair of clippers. But look at how the longevity spinach is just overhanging this plumbago. And I really need the plumbago to make it as much as the longevity spinach, because my chickens love to eat plumbago and they don't love to eat longevity spinach. See how they're able to squeeze through little areas? And like this little area. This is a cute little area for a little chicken to lay down if she wants, especially if it's getting a little bit of sun in the winter time. She could get right in this area and lay down and it'll be comfortable. And this I'll just harvest because this is perfect for our soup today. So this is basically my harvest, and I will bring that in and clean it up and eat it. Harvest all of this. It'll probably give me 2 nice big bags. Okay, now let me check and see how it looks underneath. So just by pulling that longevity spinach off, what a difference that made. Now look at how much space they have. But yet, a bird cannot really see them. I love that. Now I just have to get in and clean this area up. So if the hens are right here, and I will pull some of this longevity spinach back up over this little area so that they won't have to see that tree. All in here is where I need to clean up now. And I'm just now cleaning up the understory so the hens won't really see the roof. They won't see the sky, but they'll have tons of room to walk around. So see how this area is much more open? The only thing I really still need to do is make egress and ingress. So like this is all stuff I'm going to be hauling to the compost heap. So they can come in and out here. You can see they'll squeeze through pretty easily. That's a perfect little spot for them to squeeze in and out. I want them to be able to get out this way and that way, right here, which frankly it's already, so this is a little way out, just right through here. She can easily get out, but I need to clear this area. That area is already perfectly cleared, but I do want to get branches. The chickens, when I do stuff like this, the chickens love to get right underneath me. It's just their nature. They think of it as, oh, she's finding bugs for us. So, and it's true, I am. So like this, I'm gonna leave this here. This is a dead branch, but it's perfect. And I may even place another dead branch, pull this over a little bit, especially after I trim some of this stuff off, which is just garbage. I'll pull this over a little bit, maybe even tie it to that. So this little area still can totally use a lot of cleanup. So I really wish I hadn't broken my clippers, but I did. So I'll just clean this up with these big ones. No fussing, Mama. And I'm really paying close attention. Some of these are gonna have branches like this one. I just clipped something off the bottom and it has a branch on the top. You don't wanna accidentally clip something that your hens need. But I already have so much up here that I'm not worried about that. I just want to get this cleaned up enough that they have the most amount of space. It's like basket weaving. I mean, it's really cathartic to get in here on your hands and knees and start messing around with your plants. And you can actually kind of place them over the stronger branches to keep a nice little private, safe bower for your chickens. Now I'm gonna weed a little because I see some grass. This is all going. Look at my little baby mama. You guys trying to shop for food too? Where the big girls shop. So this sharp part has to go away. And get as much out as you can, because if it's just blocking light, that's not beneficial. You want there to be light down here. The chickens like to be able to see what they're shopping for. So if it's not providing a plant cover where you need it, then get rid of it. Now, this area still needs to totally be cleaned up. It is an absolute mess, so I'll get to it. Okay, so here's another way in for the chickens. Now I want to lift this area up. So, like, see how much higher this is? They've got an extra 3 feet of space to hang out. I don't know if this is a maple or what, but it's definitely coming out. I'm not going to grow a tree that's not edible right in my view line. So, see how I made a little, this is a little hen walkway. They can walk right through in. That's one ingress and egress area. They can do it here. And you might think, wow, why does she need so many? So it's better if nobody can control the way in or the way out. All right, mamas, I'm gonna need some space so I can cut a couple more of these branches. I've sharpened these about 100 times. But it might be time for them to go away. See, her face is right near this. Mama, can you give me a little space, Mama? That's kind of nice. Now on this side, I've got this big oak tree right here, but it's very difficult for a hawk to sit in that oak tree and not have my hens alert on it, because I've seen hawks in there and I've never seen one where the hens weren't freaking out and complaining and telling everyone there's a hawk right there. But I do like to leave it hanging over nice, so I almost want to make a little, almost like think of a hoop tunnel all the way around this. It'll practically go to the ground, maybe a foot off the ground, but it'll have an area where they can walk completely. Do you see how my little mamas are squoze underneath there? Well, here's one, but right behind her is a baby. See that little tiny baby? Right there. She has almost no room, and the whole group of baby hens like to lay underneath that. So I need to kind of raise up the canopy there. And the way I'll do it is by carefully, you gotta make sure not to take too much. I'll carefully take this branch and this branch. These branches, the really low ones, will come out. Naturally, the hens, they want to be right underneath me. I know, little baby. Ooh. Let me get out there and pull it from the outside. Okay, that's gone. And now some of this other dead stuff is perfect to take off, as long as it doesn't have a branch going skyward. Okay, so that's much higher in this one little area. See how much nicer that is for them? They can totally hang out in there. And chickens love being squozen into tight little places. And I'm gonna leave this so that a big hen on this side cannot sneak up on a baby hen on the other side. Because see how the babies are laying on that side? Yeah, they feel comfortable. They feel like, oh, a big hen can't peck them in the head. So I'll make it still so it's nice and private for the baby girls, but yet not in, excuse me, mama, but not in such a way as the big mamas could get a hold of them, because they like to do that. They like to just reach over and show them who's boss. Really, I have probably 20 or 30 good-sized pumpkin out in the patch. Look at this. Look at that. Just look at that. Look at it, Julia. Let me see, where's the other one? Oh, boom. You're a good-looking pumpkin. Oh, and they're pretty much all over the place, and so many mama flowers. I'll harvest this when my sister comes down, and we can make pumpkin porridge, which tastes just like cheese grits. Now I'm moving to this side, and this has to go. This is, I don't know what it is. It looks like a Russian olive. Look at the ingress and egress I have on this now. They can easily get through, and right here, very easily get through. Multiple ways to get into the same place. Now, I've got to get this area trimmed up so that there's a place for the babies to hang out, yet have it still not be able to be reached through by a big hen. Pretty much anything that's... No, Mama, don't be mean, Zella Blue. What was that about, Mama? That wasn't nice. Okay, now I'm going to practically have to lay down under here. That is a super, super safe place a chicken would absolutely love to hang out. They would love that. See? Look at Zella Blue. She's showing you her little multi booty. Okay, so the next area I want to have them be able to get through is right in here. This offers so much more space for hens, and of course I have to clean all this junk out. I'll bring it all to my compost heap, which is right over there, but boy, do they have a lot of space in here, and it's a super safe feeling space. So look at them all. They're all digging under here, and just some of them hanging out. Normally I would have a way for them to get over that way, and so I will make a way. I want to show you how this looks now, so you can see it from the hen's point of view. See how they can get in here? There's so much room. There's lots of ways in and out. It's got a little roof over the top. And then I went ahead and made another. So here's ingress and egress. That is now ingress and egress. There's a nice big wide open area here because it aims toward no trees. Now this has a roof line. So there's plants up high. Chickens pretty much spend the day in here. I went ahead and cleaned that little area out, and then this little area allows them to walk down here to this side where they love to peck at these blue plumbago. Look at them all down here eating. Little mamas. Oh, they're digging in their dirt. Little mamas. You might wonder why I have all this wood on the ground. The little hens love it when I turn these over and they get to pick at whatever bugs are underneath them. It reminds me of the fairy cottage, having little pieces of wood like this. But look how happy my little mamas are digging. When I turn one of these pieces of wood over, oh, they are happy girls. So perfect now for the little mamas. They got lots of places to hide. I love that they can walk in here. That's perfect. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much for watching my videos and for subscribing. Take care, guys. Bye.